And we're back with some more Rimworld. And we've got a bunch of decisions we have to make today. The comments were all about this particular pawn here on whether we should keep them or get rid of them. Now, initially, it was sort of like 50-50. Some people kind of leaned more towards keeping them in the end, but there was some good points brought up. One, they're missing an arm. Two, they do require go juice. And three, they're a careful shooter. All that combined means they're kind of weak, so as well as that, I would like to sort of keep the colony small to start with. It's just more personal. You get to know the characters, at least at the start, and then later on expand a little bit more. Slowly expanding as opposed to, well, this would be doubling the size of our colony. We've also got another problem, and that is expanding our religion. We only have 2 people who are members of our religion. That's it. The third one is a baby. Eventually, when they age up and we end up with 3 people, we can then get a priest for conversions. Now, there was a suggestion that we should imprison Pseudonym here, there, and then convert them just normally, without a priest. However, that's going to be close to impossible. I would point out that Psychopath gives you a 50% multiplier to global certainty loss factor, as in, you only get converted half as quickly when you're a Psychopath. Throw on top of that, like, for example, Smirk here is just a Psychopath, and if you try to convert them, they have a global certainty loss factor of 50%. But throw on top of that for Pseudonym here, they're too smart, which is another 50% multiplier, which takes you down to about 25% of an impact, meaning they're almost impossible to convert. And then throw on top of that their religion is, they have apostasy horrible or something like that. Basically means 10%. They get a 10% multiplier to any attempts to convert them, meaning we would be lucky to take a single percentage point off them. No chance. Just no chance, no matter what we do. Oh, and I should expand this out a bit. That should take us from an awful bedroom to reasonable? We'll see. While that is going on, though, there is a few things we need to take care of, or a few things we can do to help speed things along. What I would like to do is change our religion so we could get maybe, I don't know, polythizing? Whatever. The one that means we will attempt to convert people we talk to a lot. I think that would be a good choice. But to do that, we're going to need to knock out some rituals. The problem is, we can't... 1 second. These are all Sky Lantern rituals I made. Oh, we can do these. Excellent. I thought we were going to need a leader for these. Do we have a leader? I just realized we can make Prachette a thinker. Ooh, that might be interesting. No. We'll worry about that later. For now, what we can do is we can do these Sky Lantern festivals, and they should hopefully get us some development points and make people happy. They will cost us wood, but... in my defense, when I was coming up with the festivals, I didn't realize we were going to be settling on a desert tile and wood would be a little bit short. However, it doesn't take that much, but I think first we'll get our defenses up and running and then we'll worry about that. Dukas here, I'm thinking, yeah, we should strip them off and keep their gear. The flak vest, stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to take a lot of this if you won't mind, and then we should probably make them something to wear so that they won't freeze to death while we use them for medical experiments. This room over here is at awful, 19, and then that last tile should bring it just up to dull. Excellent. Now, I'm putting Pseudonym here in there because, well, they've got the too smart trait, which means their mental break threshold is increased by 12%, and by increased I mean they're more likely to break. It's a little bit painful, but hopefully we keep them in there. It'll keep them just that little bit happier than the people who were stuck in here. Some people like to make a really big room and keep it in a barracks and keep everyone in that one barracks. And that's very good if you've got a large colony with very stable colonists. We don't have that. We have a small colony of very unstable psychopaths and bloodlust people. So it's not quite the same. But we'll figure it out. And you. Yeah, you're not even getting any blood loss problems. Huh. Next up, what I need to do is put down a cooking station. What we want is to put an electric stove so that Pseudonym can make themselves some food. Namely because, since they're not of our religion, they don't like nutrient paste. And because they don't like nutrient paste, and they also are a little bit delicate in the mind, that's going to cause us problems. So we're going to cook them up some actual decent foods, and they can cook it themselves. They're a cook. Next up, we're going to get some medical experience for Smirk. Reason being, they're only a level 4 in medical. We'd like to get them to level 8 if at all possible, though that might be a little bit difficult in the short run. In the long term, we can get them there. We'd also like to get up Pseudonym to about level 8. They've got a passion for it, and they've got too smart, so they should be able to do it. We have queued up an operation on Dukas here. Just a basic, surgical inspection. It turns out you can do a surgical inspection even if the person's medical skill is below 5. Normally you need a medical skill of 5 to do operations and things like this. This one seems to work just fine. And how much experience are we going to get out of this? Where is it? Medical. We've got 1,575. Huh. Wasn't as much as you normally get, but I'm thinking, yeah, another one of those should be fine. Nope, 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 nope. Don't be doing any more of that. Let's just do a second surgical inspection. Yeah, just prioritize operating on them. We don't need them to, like, they're going to end up with some little cuts from the surgical inspection. Plus, we're doing it on the ground and it's not great or anything. But once you get up to level 5, we can start doing proper operations and they'll get far more experience per hit. I just noticed something out of the corner of my eye there, and it was these Phoenix foxes running by. It's a pity I didn't notice them there. The problem is they move too fast. They move at 4.6. So we couldn't catch them even if we wanted to, unfortunately. Doesn't matter. It's basically a... Yeah, they're passing through. Unfortunate. Would have been nice, but stuff happens. And we've got dumb shit over here smashing up some metal stuff. I was hoping this would leave some metal trash behind, but it does not. I'm sure we'll find some other things around here we can smash up from. We should really be utilizing his skills a lot more. His skills, of course, being smashing things into bits. Last episode, we had a problem with dumb shit walking over a trap. The reason being was I deselected them while they were way over here, and they ran back across the traps. Someone came up with a wonderful suggestion. Instead of allowing that to happen, what we can do is we can X out this door. That means even, I think they have to be a certain distance away before they'll do something dumb like run across the traps due to the way the pathing works. But if we X out that door, there's no way for them to get in there, meaning they should never cross over the traps, even if we just let them walk in from any direction, from any distance. It's just a nice little way of removing one of those potential downsides. Alright, Pseudonym over here is actually doing great work. They're smashing up a bunch of rocks for us, which is super handy. And how is Smirk looking on the medical front? Medical of 5. Excellent. So that means we can get them to do a few operations. And we can also get Pseudonym to do a few operations. I'm thinking for you it's going to be... I know this is terrible and all that, but it's the fastest way to level up the medical skill of your pawns. I think install a wooden hand. Yeah. We can give them a wooden hand. We can remove it as well. It's fine. And we need to make sure that they can use medicine for that. We're just going to use herbal medicine. I'm not going to use any of our tech medicine. We do actually have about 40 real medicine, but I'm going to just use the herbal medicine on them. Despite failing that operation, and what did they do? They actually cut the whole arm off. Oh, and they somehow managed to almost cut off the other arm. Oh, wait, no. The other arm got cut off. We just damaged the good arm. That's fine. We still managed to gain absolutely oodles of experience. Learn today. Where is it? Learned max today. 9,260 points were learned today. Further learning multiplied by 20%. So they basically got their maximum learning today. That is ridiculous. Just from that one operation. Then what we do is we make sure that Pseudonym here can't do another operation today. We'll just take them out of the queue, and then we'll queue up another one so that Smirk can get in their experience as well. Again, I know this is not the nicest thing in the world to do, but it does mean that we get lots of medical experience really quickly, and we're not doing it to our own people. We're doing it to people who just tried to kill us. I mean, they came in here trying to kill everyone. This is not about evil. Oh, and there was some people saying, what am I going to do with the baby if the baby doesn't grow up with one of the traits? We're still going to keep them. They're one of us. It's like... people seem to think I'm doing lots of evil stuff for evil's sake. No, all of it has a purpose. We're like, we will look after our own. If people come after our own, I will do terrible things to them. But if it's just our people, I'm not going to, like, do anything evil to our people. Our people are our people, and we look after our own. That's how it is. It's, you know, they're part of one of us, I suppose is how you say it. So, if the baby turns out not to be a great baby, we'll still hold on to them, because that's how we roll around here, okay? Jesus. I can't believe people are asking that question. You people are monsters. Another thing I'm doing is I'm putting in another electrical line, but this stuff is the high-quality stuff, the hidden conduits. Supposedly the hidden conduits don't get Zist events. So we're going to use that, and that is actually hooked up. Perfect. 1 second, let's queue up some meals. And I'm thinking fine meals? Yeah, fine meals, why not? We will cook up 4 of those. Then we'll have to assign that out to our new guy. We'll give him his own special, whatever, dietary thing. Okay, we finally got entity containment up and running. That means we can build those entity containers. Then we've got proximity detectors. We've already got one of those, but that might be hard. Electro-harvesting. Build a generator that draws electricity from contained entities. This process aggravates entities, making them harder to contain, so you can generate stuff out of them. We also want bioferrite generators as well. Bioferrite harvesting? When placed near a holding platform, this device draws biomass from the held entity and converts it to bioferrite. Okay, then what's the difference between that and a bioferrite generator? Ah! This actually burns bioferrite. Because of the destruction of physically active bioferrite, this device generates an uncomfortable psychic drone which disturbs those who pass nearby. Max power output 4,000. Ooh. Well, we're going to need some bioferrite harvesting, and we're probably going to need some electro harvesting after that as well, but I'd like to just open up a few things, especially ghoul infusion. I'm going to make some extra ghouls, might be very nice for us in the long run. Ooh, rare thrumbos. Okay, you can move at 5, you can move... Oh, so much money invested in those two. Well, that one's got an artery blockage. Alright, we got to split them up, and we can take out this weakened one. 539. Yeah, we can do that. We'd have to draw it away, close a door, shoot it, run back in and out until we've actually gotten it bleeding enough or damaged enough that it can't fight back. Are they passing through? No, they will leave in a few days. Okay, we're going to find out where you go, and then once you get far enough apart that we won't aggravate both of you simultaneously, yeah, we're going to have to take one of you down. Ooh, that might actually be far enough now. How's everyone doing on the rest front? Because this is going to be a little bit of a... This will take some time. You know what? Feed the baby then. Feed the baby. It's grand. Oh, there's another thing I should do. If we want to make sure that we can start converting people in a reasonable time frame, what I'll do is I'll go into the gameplay storyteller settings, and then we're going to change baby growth rates. They're normally at 400%. I'm going to crank them up to 600%, at least until the child hits, well, 3 or 4 years of age, at which point it can start getting educated and things like that. Because when it hits that... Another construction project? What are you about? Okay, yeah, build this in honor of their mother. 7x14 requires 280, 300, So 448 stone in total. That's not so bad. After completion, you will have to protect the monument for 40 days. Oh my god. If any piece of it is destroyed, the yeoman's enforcement system will activate and a mech cluster will land. 1 centipede blaster, 3 milters, 1 scorcher, 1 countdown activator, 1 mech node, 1 mech assembler, 2 mini slugger turrets. No. Just no. I can't take that one. Just not a chance. Too risky. Especially with the tiny size of the colony we have right now. Alright, let's see how everyone's feeling about some Thrumbo taking on in the morning. It's first thing in the morning, everyone's fed, recreated, and the whole 9 yards, and we're about to pick a fight with this Thrumbo. And the hope is, it won't trigger this one. Let's make this nice and slow. Okay, this Thrumbo Revenge, it's still moving at 5.43. You get one more set of shots, and then you're all out of there. Every single last one. I didn't even have room today. You get over here. You 3 get there. That's not fast enough, is it? We're not gonna... Oh, you know what? Let's have you go there. And you all go there. That seems like it might work a little bit better. Ooh, should we send it across the traps? No, I'm going to risk it. That's... Dumb shit should be able to hold a line. And we're going to riddle it. We're going to riddle the absolute bejesus out of it. Worst comes to worst, we do have a Hellcat burner, and we can set it on fire, and that will stop it from attacking. Worst comes to worst. We just got to hope that dumb shit can hold the line. Missed. That's an I don't care about how much damage dumb shit is doing to it. I care about how much damage it's doing to dumb shit, because so long as dumb shit's standing, we're fine. Just don't... Oh, there goes the finger. It'll grow back. It'll grow back. That worked out great. It's dead. Perfect. Can we take the other one straight away? No, risky. That is risky. We'll let dumb shit have a day to heal up. And we'll take this thing into storage. Perfect. And one more thing I gotta do, actually, is queue up another operation on this guy. We'll give them... Which leg is gone? The left one? Yeah, so peg leg left. We'll just make sure we can use herbal medicine on it, and we're just going to give that to Pseudonym here. The thing is, Pseudonym here's doctor skills is just... They level up so much faster, especially with the 2 fast learning, so we can get them up to level 8 pretty handily. In fact, what are they at right now? They're level 6. I'll say after this operation, they'll be level 7, probably 7.5, which means 2 more operations, they're done. Well, not done, but so good that we can get a decent operation, assuming we can get ourselves an excellent steel bed to go with it. I'm just basing this off my memory, but if you have a surgeon with level 8 skill, an excellent bed, steel, wood, whatever, and a perfectly clean room, you have 100% odds of doing an operation. Now, I'll have to double check that before I'd commit, but I just like to make sure we always have someone available to do an operation like install a bionic or something like that. Just having them handy is very useful. One quest I think we're also going to take is this one that's been here since, well, the end of the last episode. This guy's requesting that we build a monument, and it only takes, 344? That's actually pretty good. Where's the pod? Pod's arrived. Let me see this sucker. That's tiny. And as well as that, we can... I think we can use that to say we start walling in this area here. We're going to be using this area here as our solar/wind array. I normally put in a nice big block of them. That's long-term planning, though. We're not going to have the resources for that for a while, but you might as well assign it out. What's that land like? Yeah, we should be able to stick it in over there. But before we do that, there's one thing we have to take care of. We're going to have to go into the world map, and we're going to have to nab this outpost. It's got one enemy there, but it's also got 2 silent neuroformers, and it's got the Empire there. So if we did this quest first, it would improve our standing with the Empire, and then we'd go and attack one of their outposts, and then immediately lose all that good standing. So I'd like to get that done before we do that. Oh, also as well as that, we gotta sell that Thrumbo. It's worth way too much money. How's dumb shit looking? They'll be ready for a crack at the next Thrumbo soon enough. Leg it! Perfect. We went and annoyed this Thrumbo over there, and it chased. What was it? We sent Pseudonym over there. They just were the fastest. They're a jogger. So with their jogging trait, I probably should have taken off the flak jacket. I'm actually putting flak jackets on our people on the grounds that they actually give better insulation than the dusters we're currently able to make, which is kind of embarrassing, but it's fine. Dumb shit, how you doing, buddy? Still good. Yeah, this thing has an artery thing, and yeah, we're definitely messing it up. So long as people keep standing, don't fall down, because if that thing gets through to any of our colonists, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Oh, problem solved. Now we could tend this with medicine, but honestly, it'd take forever. Actually, why not? Pseudonym's got pretty good medical skill already. You know what? What are you doing? No. Actually, I'll cancel the hunting. You can tend without medicine. Let you two back to work. And we can see that Pseudonym here, how you doing on the medical front? 6276. Right, 6429. You might actually make it all the way to level 8. Perfect. Did that thing just get back up? Okay. But it's not moving away. Does that mean we can just keep healing it? Okay. That means we get to shoot it all over again. How's everyone looking on the shooting front? Pichette's up to 3, Smirk's up to 5, and Pseudonym's at 9. I don't think there's been much movement there, but considering I think Smirk started at 2, that's really good, and Pichette started at 0. They're actually going really well right now. Quest available, Mysterious Cargo. Prime Steersman, Sonia, has an odd request. She would like you to accept some unspecified cargo. When pressed for more details, she avoids the question. There's desperation in her voice. If you accept, Sonia will deliver the mysterious cargo by transport pod. Huh. What has a mind-numb serum? A syringe of clear viscous fluid injecting near the brainstem. Dear God, why? It deadens the mind, rendering the user unable to feel the highs and lows of human emotion. This temporarily prevents them from having mental breaks and inspirations. Huh. 2 neutronamine and 30 bioferrite. Always safe. Basically a way to keep someone... How long does that last? Duration 2 days. So it's basically a way of keeping someone incapable of mental breaking for 2 days. Probably has some other problems to it, but that does sound interesting. Huh. Mysterious cargo makes me concerned. Very, very concerned. Should we take it or not is the question. You know what? Well, let's them keep doing what they're doing and we'll worry about it in a minute. There we go. They're level 8. Perfect. We'll let them keep tending to that Thrumbo for now and then we'll kill it. We also have a percentage chance, I believe, of taming it when you're tending to one of these things, so maybe we'll end up with a tamed Thrumbo, which we will then immediately slaughter, of course, but whatever. We got ourselves a shaman approaching, so that's a trader we can trade with. I hope they'll buy some of the stuff we've got. Juggernaut serum. What the hell? A syringe of opaque, milky liquid that increases the user's strength and speed. That's good. And allows them to recover from injuries faster. That's great. The serum is injected into the user's musculature, where it adds energy to various metabolic processes. However, the unstable substance also physically influences the mind, provoking unsettling thoughts and severely reducing the user's mood. Okay, less mood, more combat. Got it. We could combine that with the other one to make people who are unbreakable, but also stronger. That sounds interesting. I wonder if we can give that to the ghouls. Psychic shock, yes, I want one of those. Psychic insanity, also want one of those. Yeah, let's hope they buy our stuff. And they do have a sheep, which would give us wool. Thing is, I almost want the sheep. The problem is I don't think we have any way of sustaining it. Like, it's too cold out here to even grow. Like, we could try growing some sort of things like roses, daylilies, things like that, but they all die at the same temperature, don't they? Yeah, so we need some temperature, which means we can't even grow anything to keep it fed. Could we give it meals made out of... I mean, we could give it some of our potatoes. We get 743 in storage. You know what? Let me think about that for a minute. And what the hell happened here? There's a cougar and a fennec fox. I got to assume the cougar tried to eat the fennec fox, and the fennec fox didn't like it. So the cougar won, I think, but then... No, dead for 3 days, dead for 2.2. Okay. So this, the fennec fox lost, but in the meantime, it was a draw in the long term, due to the blood loss, I presume. Also, when it comes to the medical, Pseudonymere is doing pretty good. They've got, what, they've maxed out their learning for the day? Yep, they've maxed out their learning for the day. They're now a level 8 medic, and there's still 29 conditions that need tending. You know what? Just go do your thing, buddy. Probably grab yourself some snacks and stuff. Smirk, get over here. We're going to need your social skills. You trade. Okay, what have we got going on and what can we sell them? We can sell them the insect jelly. That's good. That gives us options. What I'm really interested in, those psychic shock lance and psychic insanity lance. That's going to cost a fair chunk. Question is, ooh. Oh, for a second there I thought I had books. These guys are the worst. They won't take any... Right, if we sell them all the insect jelly, that will get us 327. Combined with the 258 we've already got, that's okay. But a psychic shock lance is still going to set us back 472 on top of... Like, yeah, we can't afford it. Same with the insanity lance, we can't afford it. What I could do is sell the psychic suit pulsar that we've got. That would give us a little bit of extra cash. And we could get either the psychic shock lance or the psychic insanity lance. It might be worth it. Getting a psychic shock lance means we can recruit someone good who comes along. Also, we can take out high-end threats, assuming they're susceptible to psychic shock. I think this is... Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go for it. The worst thing is, they won't accept Thrumbo horns. They won't accept Thrumbo fur, any of the stuff we've collected. This is just... they're the worst. Another temptation I had was to buy one of the donkeys so that we could use them for caravan trading. Also, they'd speed up our trading. It's just keeping them alive would be very difficult on this tile, considering we don't have any fodder for them or anything. Maybe in next year after we've got some kibble together or something, that might be possible, but for now I don't think that's going to be possible. So, we're going to buy ourselves a psychic shock lance. It's going to cost us, well, actually, let's just keep some of that insect jelly. That insect jelly sells for more if we take it to town. Selling it to these guys is not worth nearly as much. There we go. Perfect. Accept. Alright, we're going to need to immediately bring that inside. I don't want that degrading at all. Or... No, that's... Pseudonym? Yep, I want you to grab that and actually equip it. Keep that on you at all times. Oh, actually, no. That's a bad idea. What I want to do is get Schmirk to do that. Thing is, Smirk's going to be doing all of our trading, so if we give them this and send them off on their own, then they've at least got a shock lance to take care of any threats that come near them. I would much prefer that. So many things to do, so little time. Alright, I'll try and explain my plan, terrible as it is. First things first, I want to do a trade run. The reason we want to do a trade run is we need to dump wealth. We're just ending up with too much wealth, which means like we're at low expectations instead of very low, which is making it harder to keep everyone happy. At the same time, more wealth means bigger raids. So the first thing we need to do is get a trade caravan on. The moment that trade caravan ends, the first thing I want to do is accept this mysterious cargo. I mean, why not? Let's give it a go. I'd like the Mind Numb Serum at least to give it a go. However, after that, I would then like to go and do this outpost of the Fallen Empire. That way we kill the Empire troop that's there, or capture them if they've got bloodlust or psychopathy. And then that brings us back to 2 silent neuroformers that are there. Then, once that's done, we're going to release Dukas so that we can get some extra honor with the Empire, or extra happiness with the Empire. Then, we're going to build the monument marker over there, which will increase our liking with the Empire. Actually, how much time we got on that one? Yeah, we got days. And then I also want to go over here. We might actually do this one before we build the monument. This is a distress signal, which I've never seen before, and I want to see what it is. However, problems and things with this. When we go to take on this Empire settlement over here, we're going to be sending 2 people. That's just going to leave Pichette and Dumbshit behind. And, I mean, okay, Dukas is not a big threat right now. They're missing 2 arms and a leg. But I don't want them having a prison break, especially considering Pichette is still lactating and she's got to take care of the kid. The kid's the number one concern. We've got to keep the kid alive. So, I was thinking, what if we drug Dukas and we stick them in the crypto sleep casket? We chuck them over there. That gets them out of sight and out of mind, and we can pop them out when we need them. That should keep them done. At the same time, I need to immediately butcher up that Thrumbo first thing in the morning when we send out this trade caravan. We need to get that trade caravan out in the morning because this quest only has 1.6 days left on it, and it's going to take a full day for Smirk to get there and back, and we want to have the whole team there whenever that mysterious cargo lands. Alright, so, first thing in the morning, Smirk's going to caravaning. Well, would you look at that? But Dukas has decided to go berserk. Dumb shit. Go over there and take care of that if you wouldn't mind. Yeah. I'm not going to get anyone else involved. The thing is, dumb shit can easily be healed up. Well, effectively, they don't even need any healing, so that's a free way to keep them down. And we don't really care whether Dukas lives or dies. I mean, we would prefer, if they lived, that would be preferable, but I'm not going to risk anyone for it. Okay, they're going to bleed out in 12 hours. That's fine. Got plenty of time. And we'll just make sure we're not going to use any medicine on them. Well, that's a problem. Route travel time is going to be 2.1 days. We could throw in the slave person, but that only takes it into 1.5. I think the problem is it's winter time. I'd forgotten about that. That increases movement difficulty because it's too cold. Movement difficulty is supposed to be 1 during normal times, but now it's 2.9 because of the temperatures. Right, there's no way we can do that in a day. We're just going to have to live with it. Okay, that's not wonderful. Not wonderful. In which case, plan 2 then. We have to accept the quest. Mysterious cargo. Now this could be a mistake, but I suppose is everyone up and ready to go? We'll wait till Pseudonym gets some food into them before we tackle that, I think. Alright, let's see what this quest brings. Do we want the gold? No, we don't need more wealth. My Num Serum. Why not? Okay, where is this mysterious cargo? What the? Revenant Spine. Capturable. Minimum containment strength 80. Biosignature unknown. Capture. Smash? Smash the Revenant Spine to prevent it forming into a new Revenant. Alright. So, this thing is a Revenant, and at some point it's going to turn into a big monster. But right now it's just a mini monster? What's its movement speed? Anyway, it doesn't even have a movement speed. Okay, required containment strength 80. Okay. Thinking about this. This is our best containment cell right now. I can't build another security door. I literally just don't have the plasteel. Alright, here it is. We're going to take King out of here. We're going to transfer them to this temporary holding spot. That should hold them. It's got a containment strength of 55. Then what we're going to do is, we're going to put this Revenant Spine in here. Then we're going to anesthetize Dukas, put them into cold storage. Then we're going to build ourselves another containment cell using a holding platform. So we're going to build a holding platform in here and then move King in there to keep them safer. And that should work. Now, you, prisoner. Transfer to... yeah, right there. That is a cool option. Okay, perfect. And you... can I capture no holding platforms available? Yes, there is. There's one right there. That holding platform right here is perfectly available. Yeah, we're just going to stay right there. I don't know how long the thing takes to pop up. Okay, is the transfer complete? Okay, transfer is complete. Capture Revenant Spine. Go for it, go for it, go for it. Okay, that actually worked out. Assuming that guy gets it, let's see, anesthetize. Yep. And we'll make that herbal medicine. Done. Revenant reformed. That reformed just a little bit too quickly, or does it reform the moment you stick it into... I really would have liked to know more about that. That was dumb. So freaking dumb. Alright. So, mysterious cargo has been... it resembles a thick, jagged human spine made of a rough cast black metal. It looks like it's covered in a dark fluid. The spine vibrates in response to touch and twists angrily. You can study it on a holding platform to learn more. Well, excellent. Good to know. The berserkness is done. We've got rid of the shaman. I still have to go over to that ancient mech and smash it up. We've done the mysterious cargo, and we've now got ourselves a Revenant. When killed, the Revenant's body dissolves, leaving behind only its archotechnological spine. This cage of slick iron waits for a chance to grow a new body. Ha! Huh. Okay then. Well, time to get Dukas and put them into storage. Quest complete, pods arrive, new research available. Your discovery of the Revenant has yielded new insights. You can now research the following anomaly projects: Revenant Invisibility and Brain Wipe. What? Modify a Revenant spine so it can be implanted in a human, allowing them to become temporarily invisible? I'm sorry, what? Okay, I have no idea how long the invisibility would last or anything like that, but basically that's an upgraded spine. You get a spine that allows you to be invisible for a period of time. That's freaking cool. It's an atmospheric heater. Bioferrite powered heater that produces enough heat to warm an entire region. An entire region? A thermal projection device powered by scavenged shards of dark arco technology. The device burns bioferrite to agitate gas molecules in the atmosphere, raising the local outdoor temperature. What? The building itself also produces huge amounts of heat waste. Power consumption 1500 watts. Okay, how much? Like, I have to know how much this heats up. Like, could we change the entire temperature of this region and up it 10 degrees or something like that? That would be mental. That would be absolutely mental. What does Brain Wipe? Perform a psychic ritual which erases much of a person's episodic memories. Traumatic events will be forgotten. Resistant prisoners will become easier to recruit. Allows recruiting unwaveringly loyal prisoners. Ooh. Costs a shard. When you have one of those, erases a person's memories, traumatic events. Okay. So it basically allows you to take anyone, wipe everything from... It's Brain Wipe from the other mod thingy. Got it. This one I also like. Drain experience from the victim. Yeah, that will all have to wait. Though, yeah, I'm going online. I have to find out what this atmospheric heater actually does. Nope, no information online that I can find easily. Damn it. Okay, I'll do some testing on the side in a bit, but that looks absolutely cool, especially considering we're on a desert tile where it's too cold most of the year round. If we could raise the temperature enough that it's effectively summer all year round, that would be power intensive, but potentially doable. Especially if we don't have Zist events anymore. I've reinstalled all the power wires and simply used Hidden Conduit. If Hidden Conduit doesn't give Zists, and they're allowing that, then think about the amount of batteries you can hook up to your solar and wind. You could do some truly ridiculously high-end powered builds that way. Be expensive, but, you know, give it enough time. Okay, you need to be anesthetized. And once you are anesthetized, we need to get you into storage. And then we need to get on with the next part of our plan, which is go to this outpost. Oh, that's going to be a long trek as well. I just realised this is all going to be done during the winter. That means we can't go there. We just can't. It's too... Like, the distance involved with that kind of movement difficulty... Movement difficulty is up to 3. Movement difficulty is literally getting worse as we speak, and it gets colder. Damn it. Alright, Dukas, you're going to stay in that cryptosleep casket off in the middle of nowhere. We'll sort you out later. For now, I need to actually deconstruct that. And we need to put ourselves in... Is there no roof in the corner there? Oh, why? How... That seems absolutely... Like, why was there no roof over their bed? That was an accident. Alright, next up. Give us one of these holding platforms. It takes me 40 steel? Oh, I thought they were going to be more expensive. We'll stick one of those in there, and then we're going to transfer King over. I'm pretty sure their escape interval 3.1 years. Huh. That's not too bad, actually. I was expecting the escape interval to be shorter. What's yours? Escape interval 2.1 years. Never mind. Well, if you want to make Randy laugh, make plans, but we're going to try making plans again because it's the only way we survive out here. Alright, first things first. I'm going to smash up a bunch more rocks so we can complete this quest, the Grand Structure, so we can make the Empire like us just a little bit more. Right now they're at minus 100. If we could get them to like us an awful lot, as in get them back up to neutral, when we visit this tile, I believe it won't be classified as an attack. We can just sort of wander in and take the stuff and no one will care. We won't even have to get into a fight. I don't know if that's been patched since, though. We'll find out. So we'll build this grand structure. We'll build it over here. Then we're going to expand out our sleeping quarters so we have more room. We're also going to have to wall in this, and then we're going to have to double our power. And we're going to spend our winter doing that. That is our winter plans right now, because we cannot leave the tile. And we've got to survive with the food that's here. I've made myself a special table that only holds insect meat and human meat. The reason for that is that's where we're going to have the zombie go. That's it. Dumb shit is going to do all their feeding there. So what we're going to do is clear their allowed area. Let's see if this works. Yeah, something like that. So now they should be able to get in there. Actually, do I have to expand that anymore? I think they can still pass through this area even if they're not allowed into it. So they should be able to pass in there and get their food. I'll keep an eye on that just to make sure, but that way they're only eating the foods we really don't care about. Up until the point we had someone who's not of our religion, and we could get away with just not worrying about that because we only ate the vegetables. But now that we do have someone who's a little bit picky about their foodstuffs, we should probably eat the bad stuff. Pichette here, though, is, well, we really have to manage her time better. The reason being, she's our only researcher. Intellectual 4, intellectual of 0, and Pichette is intellectual of 8. However, she's also our artist and our crafter. No one else can do crafting or artistry. They're all miles away. Pity. So, what we do is, Pichette here is going to finish this statue. Once that statue is finished, the very next thing on her agenda is to make 2 coats out of the Thrumbo fur we've got in. In fact, we're going to make jackets. A masterwork? You made a master? What are the odds? According to this page, the odds of us producing that, or the chances, were 0.07% at our current artist level. 0.07%. Or to put it another way, if we got her to build statues at this current experience level, it would take her 1,428 attempts to get 1 masterwork on average. So every 1,428 statues she produced, there's a chance one of them would be a masterwork. That is ridiculous. That is, Oh, what's Randy planning? If Randy's willing to do that, that's... No, I'm not going to think about it. It's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. Alright, but one thing we do have to do... Oh my god, that's still plugged in. That's probably draining power. In fact, I'm going to plug this out as well. I don't want that draining power. We need to make jackets. Now, normally I would always go with dusters. Dusters are just... Well, dusters are awesome. The problem is the cold insulation. There's just not enough in it. Now, we could go with parkas, but parkas have really good cold insulation, but their armor is terrible. So, basically, with jackets, we get something that's got more insulation than dusters, but unfortunately, it does not protect your legs. Dusters protect your legs. These will not give any form of leg protection at all. They're identical for protection purposes from sharp and blunt and all that stuff. It doesn't protect you as much against heat. It protects you more against cold, and it doesn't protect your legs. That's the big downside. So it was either this or make parkas. The problem with parkas is they're not as good at protecting you from actual death. And since we're going to be making these exclusively from Thrumbo fur, where is it? Yeah, we're going to make 2 of those. And as well as that, the only worker who's any good is Pichette. And considering the odds we just saw recently, she's only got a 52% chance. Actually, she's got a 72% chance of making it normal or better. 72%. That is, it's not great. That is not great. There's still like about a 25% chance she's going to make it poor or awful, which would be a horrendous waste. However, yeah, let's leave her to it. Okay then. Now, over here, I have way too much meat in here. I would really like to get rid of some of this, or do I need another shelf? I'm literally running out of shelf space in here. I don't think I can squeeze in another shelf unless I start doing some weird Jenga stuff. So, I maybe did a little Jenga. I stuck in an extra shelf there, and that should allow us... Pichette is doing research, that's good. Howling limestone chunks to stockpile, also good. We're going to need a bunch of those shortly. And I'm going to want you to prioritize howling all of that meat. I need it off the floor. Thing is, we don't want that stuff on the ground because, well, it's taking up space that could be holding more bodies that we could be using for more meat. Alright, done, and done. Did I not queue up 2 of those? I need queued up 1 jacket. Okay, Bichette, get us a second jacket. What's the insulation on that first one? 24. That's not bad. 49.9% armor sharp. It's better than a flak vest jacket, so that's good. Bichette, though, however, we're still leaving her with the lab coat. Namely because it gives her that little research bonus. If she starts to develop any hypothermia, we'll move her into some warmer clothing. But she should be fine indoors, right? What's it in here? It's only -5 inside. She'll be grand. And once we get some extra power in here, we can start putting in a few heaters to heat this place up to make the research just that little bit quicker. That statue is just really helping us out. That's 679. Yep, that's an awful lot of beauty to be adding into this place. We've gone up to a very impressive barracks. So how's everyone doing after their meals in their very impressive dining room? +5. Very impressive rec room. +5. Spacious interior. Pretty environment. Everyone's looking real good. As for disturbed sleep, that's annoying, but not the end of the world. Very impressive barracks gives +1. And over here we've got slightly impressive bedroom giving +3. So they're getting an extra 2 morale points for being in here. Almost doesn't seem worth it at this point to have built that room, but, you know, we had done it, and it keeps them from getting their sleep disturbed, and pseudonym here is the most delicate of the lot so far. Alright, Bichette is almost finished with that second jacket. Ooh, it's a good one. That will give us armor sharp of 71% perfect, and 29.9 insulation. The thing is, who gets it? I think it's gotta be Smirk. Bichette is going to be spending all her time indoors researching from now on. We're going to take her out of everything else. Forcewear Thrumbo for jacket when you get a chance, and you can Forcewear Thrumbo for jacket 4 when you get a chance. Bichette, this is it. From now on, I want to get rid of her out of everything else. She needs to start researching like crazy. That baby is already, 1 year, 48 days old. It grows at an accelerated rate. And we want that baby to age up to 3, so that it becomes the 3rd member of our religion, so that we can make a priest. Yep. We're growing the baby as fast as possible so that we can turn them into a priest. Or turn one of our people into a priest. Once we have 3 people, you see, of the religion, we're good. So technically we did start with 3 people. One of them was just really, really small at the time. Okay. Well, we were smashing up the rocks to get ready for the construction project, and we've got a migration of cougars. That's a problem. There's 5 of them. And the thing is, I know cougars can go manhunter, but are they pack manhunters? I don't want to risk angering 5 cougars. No, we've got plenty of stuff in the fridge. We've loads of meat. How much we got in there? We got 159 cougar meat already. 202 boomalope meat. 399 Thrumbo fur meat. Gee, that's too much meat. We've also got another 3 people that we can use to feed dumb shit, so it's not like we're running short. We've even got a cougar in there already and a fennec fox. I think we're fine. There's no other animals on the map that I'm aware of, so we will have to stick with that. And we also have 629 potatoes. Maybe I'll regret this later, but for now, I think we are going to let them pass us by. Bioferrite harvesting is finished. Okay. Bichette is currently, beating research out of that thing. I don't know how they get the research out. I presume it's studying them or asking them questionnaires. It seems like they're getting the monsters to fill out questionnaires, but that's probably not it. I think what I really want to get is disruptor flares. The ability to reveal cloaked entities seems like a good thing. That means we need to get bioferrite shaping first. See, the thing is, I've been reading up on this thing, and yeah. A hidden revenant can be revealed with disruptor flares, explosives, EMP, fire foam, or being lit on fire. So, how long can these things remain invisible? We do have this, proximity detector, but if those things can remain invisible and attack us while invisible, I'd prefer to have some flares on hand, which is one of the reasons I'm holding off on going a little bit higher on the Void Monolith stuff. Reason being, even if we upgrade this Void Monolith, or we do whatever it is, the attunement, or rituals, or provoking, all of that's going to make that thing more annoyed with us, and that means we're going to get larger, meaner monsters, I think. So let's not get larger meteor monsters just yet. Let's build up our colony a bit. Let the baby maybe take its first steps before we risk its life to some untold horror abominations. Because once this baby gets mobile, how are we supposed to protect it? It's going to wander off and want to do its nature walking, and I'm trying to figure out a way to get dumb shit to follow them around all the time and act as a bodyguard, but I don't think that's possible. You can't just say, hey, follow that kid. Pity. That would be a nice mod. You could set someone up and just set a thing to leash a ghoul to follow a baby around. It would probably damage the baby psychologically eventually, but, you know, at least you'd keep them physically safe. Bichette's sleeping schedule is just completely out of whack with everyone else. I think it's something to do with feeding the kid or something. It's messing with the sleeping schedule. So she's awake at the weirdest hours, and I haven't had to manually interfere just yet, but it's definitely a weird one. Oh, and I haven't been doing any of those rituals. We need to do those rituals tomorrow. How much time do we have left on that quest to build your man thing? 7.5 days. Yeah, we should be able to get this done. Though Pichette will not be helping out with the construction project. I think it's going to be all Smirk from here on in. Namely because, well, Pichette's too busy doing research. Right, let's install this sucker. I think right about there should be fine. Alright, someone's going to have to plant that though, yeah? Alright. Smirk's going to plant that. They're the only one assigned to construction. I'm going to get Pseudonym here to maybe do a few extra blocks of limestone. Grounds being, we're probably going to, well, smash these rocks up a little bit by accident. I mean, we're going to lose some of them. Smirk is a level 7 constructor as opposed to the level 8 that is necessary to never miss. We would like to get Brichette involved. She's a level 9 constructor, but we need her to finish that research as quickly as possible. And the research is being slowed down because, well, it's cold in here. Bad temperature, room cleanliness is not too bad. Reading bonus, 100? There's a reading bonus now? Okay. I think I figured this out. You get a new thing now called bookcases. They're under furniture. So you make a bookcase and you put books in it. And for every book you put in the bookcase, you get a 1% bonus to your research speed, it seems. Reading bonus 2%, or 102%. So we've got 2 books in there. We're probably going to want to get some more books. In fact, can we put that book into storage? Prioritize holding. Cool. Now can I make sure no one reads that one? Hopefully they won't read that by accident. But that should get us up to 103% bonus. Nope, still 102. Never mind. In that case, I'm going to take that book off the shelf and make sure no one reads that again. Good. Next up, construction time. What is going on here? We've got walls. Place flagstones first. Yes, we will place the flagstones and we make them out of limestone blocks. That'll get Smirk on it. I'll do the walls last. After the walls, we've got place walls, place door blueprints where possible. We shall make those out of limestone blocks as well, and that will just leave the walls to be the very final thing to be done. That's not quite half done, but we're getting there. Pichette is still studying hard into the night. Research-wise, oh my god, that's so slow. We're up to 400 out of 3,000. It's going to take her forever to get microelectronics done. Once we've got this built, I think I'm going to finish out the walling in here and stick in a second wind turbine and put in a second battery, then put in a heater. That can get this place hopefully up to a temperature that will make this run that little bit better. Reason being is we're getting a bad temperature multiplier of 70%, which is not great. I mean, it's not terrible, it's just not useful. We're just about finished on the flagstones, so let's place the wall blueprints. We shall also make them out of limestone, and that will be that done. That was actually pretty handy. In fact, we should probably get this guy out. Oh, we'll need a prison cell for him. I'm actually just going to take him out to release him, but we do need a temporary prison cell at least to store him. So maybe I'll wait until after we've gotten an extra room or 2 up and running. Oh, we got a little upgrade on our monolith study. Monolith study progress, yeah, it now provides more. So we've gone from 0.4 to 0.5, 0.6. Slow and steady wins the race, I suppose. And then it'll upgrade again and again, and we'll eventually get to level 1, maybe? Who knows? Alright, and this guy... Hey, you never studied this guy today. You know what? I'm going to let you sleep. You've got a busy day ahead of you tomorrow, and you're going to need to do more research into microelectronics, which hopefully you can get finished before the baby becomes 3, which I don't think is probable at the current rate. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more changes. Oh, joy of joys, it's raid time. A group of cultists from the Servants of Horax have arrived. Servants of Horax? That's actually a pretty good name. They intend to use a psychic ritual to abduct a colonist via teleportation. They might perform the ritual multiple times. You need to go stop them. Oh. What the hell? 13 humans? 13? I'm sorry. I didn't call for a big steaming pile of death. This is why wealth management is so important, and this is why being unable to get off the map tile to trade away some wealth was a issue. Yeah, those Thrumbo horns are really not helping us right now. Okay. I'm afraid it's fight night, everyone. According to this, they intend to use a psychic ritual to abduct someone. So basically this is like, yeah, it's like a mortar attack. They're staging their attack, and instead of using mortars, they're going to use psychic stuff. Okay, we're going to get Pichette to grab a quick snack. Now, pseudonym here, do we need to give you a different weapon? They don't have weapons, so we don't care about long range. Grab a heavy SMG. Perfect. Dumb shit, you're coming with us. You, studying Revenant. No. I'm afraid it's all hands on deck to find out where they're going to be doing it. Cultist psychic ritual begins in 4 hours. Yeah, Ectus Dominus, Shootius Maximus. Alright, okay, some of them are coming away. Ooh. They've got to have some psychopaths and bloodlust people in here. I mean, come on, they're cultists. Chemical interest, no thank you. Nudist, brawler, very erotic. No, I think we're good. Misogynist, creepy breeding, body modder. Body modder? I've been advised to stay away from body modders. They say it doesn't fit with the theme. I mean, people into body modification might not be into studying the occult, unknown, monstrous stuff. Plus, I'm not really feeling it. They've got plants and construction, which is stuff we've already got, and medical. We've got all the traits they've got, so... Inhumanization? The person's mind is dominated by the psychic patterns of the void. They're completely disconnected from human concerns of family, friendship, and love. Their experience of reality is distant and muted, guided by the psychic rhythm of a dark hyper-intelligence. That's a mouthful. Pain -50, affects social interactions, increases their minimal comfortable temperature. Animals -12, social -12, artist -12. Who knew? Okay, Ashley, teetotaler, psychically hypersensitive, jealous. No, thank you. Misogynist, neurotic. No, thank you. Too smart, slothful. Hard worker, come on. Bloodlust! And the trashiest stats I've ever seen, ever. That is... Okay, inhumanization again. Bliss lobotomy. This person has been psychically lobotomized, basically in a state of bliss, but limiting their cognitive function. Global learning factor -50%. Disabled cooking, constructing, growing, mining, planting, cutting, smithing, tailoring, crafting, researching, and dark study. Psychic trance. This person's mind is linked to an ambient psychic field from a distant architect. They've been placed in a trance-like state. Their natural influence sustains them. They have almost no need for food or rest. Hunger rate by 10, sleep rate -90%. How do I get that? Huh. Okay, is there anyone here who has the traits we're looking for that is not stupidly terrible? Another constructor might be nice and someone with intelligence, but, Gonzalez, misandrous, annoying voice. No. Ellis, neurotic, jealous. I should probably be more worried about not dying. That would be actually of graver concern to me right now. Okay, you three get there. Come on. Come on. Dear God. Okay. 2 hours? Okay, charge. Come on. There's only 2 hours left in this ritual. We need to get these guys not thinking ritually. Okay. 2 hours left in the ritual. Do we just have to get Harvey? Is Harvey the one who's managing this? Harvey was the key. Right. Okay. Well, on the bright side, our ghoul will be well fed for a long time to come. So, there's that. Now, are any of you actually worth capturing? I was just trying to get through them as quickly as possible, but I don't... I'm not really feeling it. All of these are just sort of weak sauce. Like a cannibal, it's always nice to have a cannibal on the team. But I don't think it really suits. My hope was that we'd have people land around this monolith, and the only people who would stick around to study it would be people who were just a little bit crazy. Having a cannibal join the team, I just don't think that fits with the thematically. Body modder almost. But I think we're just going to stick with psychopaths and bloodlust. That seems like the only type of people who would be more than happy to do what we are doing. All right, you guys... Okay. 1 second, you focus fire that one. And I think that's it. I think that one was alive for a split second. Oh, nope, they're bleeding out in 3 hours. Are you useful for anything? I mean, I don't want to get into slavery. We're already evil enough as it is. Inhuman. Is that a precept we can get access to? Inhumanizing required. Execution respective guilty. Cannibalism accepted. Corpses don't care. Eating nutrient paste don't mind. Skull spikes desired. Slavery acceptable. Physical love free. Male clothing no rules. Female clothing no rules. Organ use acceptable. Requires one of the precepts. Diversity of thought. Intense bigotry. Wow. Okay, ritualism. There's a greater energy in the universe to rituals. Psychic rituals, exalted, void study, very efficient. Research, extremely slow. Oh, it does slow down your regular research. That's a thing? Huh. Now, I'm not saying I'd convert, but I mean... does look very tempting. Oh, wow. Human morality and feeling are a distraction. We must leave humanity behind. Mental breaks will cause followers to become inhumanized. Ooh. Inhumanization. Animals, social, and artistic all get trashed if you become inhumanized. Huh. Okay, so you're basically sacrificing having any animals. You can't recruit really any good. And you're getting rid of art. I mean, manageable. Manageable. Got to do lots of psychic rituals to keep everyone happy. You get the inhumanization perk / negative. I mean, it halves your pain, increases your temperature comfortable stuff, disables the need for beauty and outdoors. So, as opposed to where is it? Beauty and outdoors, we will never need them again? So you kind of want those, don't you? Huh. At times. All they have is sleep and food. Void pleasure. So you get a +8 for void pleasure at all times. Ooh, tempting. I would love to do a playthrough where you play an inhumanization side. That would be interesting. We don't need another medical experiment person, do we? No, I don't think so. So, just let this one die, I suppose. I think I'll let Pseudonym get in some medical experience anyway. They can at least tend the wounds they've got. They're not going to survive one way or the other, but at least we get a little bit of experience. We're going to strip all the bodies here. At some point, we're going to be dragging them back to our fridge for dumb shit to have snacks on. So, nope. Did they just... Why did you attack Erin? I presume they got back up again, so... Oops. Well, never mind. Oh, yeah, never mind. They got back up again, and Pseudonym here just smacked them down. Well, that's what you get for standing up. I just realized something. They fought to the death. Every single last one of them fought to the death. That means you have to kill them all. That's a problem. Also, do they have any things against using guns? Oh, that could be a problem. Like, if that crowd had shown up with ranged weaponry, we would be in a whole world of hurt. Yeah, that's going to be an interesting problem to deal with in the future. Oh, and dumb shit didn't do too good out of that. They lost an entire leg. Wow, it's gonna take some time for them to heal back up after that. That was, oh wow, they almost lost their entire torso. I'm pretty sure that would have been fatal. Research-wise, there is a whole thing, ghoul resurrection, but that's like a long way away. I need to be more careful with dumb shit. Transport pod crash, relationship. Well, unless Don has a relationship with the colonist, he is Pseudonym's son? Oh, come on. You best be a psychopath. You're beautiful. Great. You can cook, you can craft. Well, what's your relationship with your dad? Oh, really good. Come on. Fine, fine. We will rescue you. I need some way to get rid of this guy. How do I get rid of him out of the colony? Can imprison him and let him escape. I don't know if that works anymore. First things first, though, we need to get him tended and back inside. Well, once Pseudonym here has had a meal, we don't want him having a mental break. Perfect. You, come down here and tend to that medicine. Then we're going to rescue them. Excellent. Now we'll rescue you. Hopefully they don't join us. I want them to go back to wherever they came from. Otherwise, I'll have to figure out a way to dispose of this guy's son without making him indisposed to our treatment of his son. And finally, done. Quest complete. Okay, and ignore roof. You can ignore the roof all over there. Perfect. So, that quest is complete. That's one thing knocked off the list. That gave us a goodwill bonus of 24. Yeah, they're only at minus 70 now, and they get a natural minus 10 is the natural good range. Okay. Affected by their loyalists, minus 10. Whatever. Then what we'll do is we're going to build out some rooms here. In fact, it's pretty much going to be a repeat of this. And that should take a whole bunch of limestone, which currently Pseudonym here is working on. And let's hope their son doesn't join us. I really hope they don't. Actually, wait. Change in plan. Change in plan. I want to wall in our power supply first. That way we can stick in a heater and some batteries. And now I just need some sort of entrance in there. We'll put in a steel door right there. That'll allow us access into this section. And hopefully it won't be too bad. Another thing I have to do. Nope. Prioritize working on that steel door, if you wouldn't mind. I want that one up and running quickly. I also want to put in a couple of steel dining chairs, just so we have a little bit more comfort. Who let the cougar in? It's gonna eat one of our meals. Yep. 1 second. Once it gets a little bit away from our gear, we're gonna shoot it. How's dumb shit doing? Well, your leg's growing back. Slowly but surely. You, taking fine meal to inventory. You know what, that's fine. Dumb shit, melee attack. Problem solved. Excellent. Oh, come on, Don. Didn't you get the hint that we didn't want you? Right. So how do we get rid of him? A royal masseuse? Is that like a euphemism for something? Don occasionally offered something extra if the Lord or Lady was in the mood. Advancing in his line of work meant having refined social skills. Never mind. It is what they're calling it these days. Vat-grown soldier. What's made as a person was an instrument of destruction, grown in bioweapon facilities and taught combat during his accelerated growth. Don still has a proclivity for combat of all kinds and an aversion to human contact. Right. I mean, they've got crafting and all that, but I'm sorry. Just being pretty is not going to get you in here, buddy. We need to figure out a way to get rid of you. Now, what's the least troublesome way of getting you off this tile? I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to have more people in the colony right now, but we're playing to a theme. Gotta stick with it. If memory serves, the easiest way to do this is, let's arrest Don here. And we're going to leave the door to his prison open. Don, the prisoner, is escaping. That is fine. Let's just make sure everyone is set to ignore for now. Okay, Don. Run away. Didn't want you anyway. Pseudonym, how's your needs looking? Yeah, so pseudonym here is like, cool, we imprisoned my son, and now my son is making a prison break. And we're just simply going to ignore that while he walks off the map. You could banish someone. There's the option to banish a colonist if you want, but I don't want to do that. I think this will give us a negative, though. They've patched something into this, I'm pretty sure. It used to be this is the best way to get rid of people, cost you nothing, but I'm pretty sure they've put in some sort of negative for this. I'm just not sure what it is. I suppose we'll find out when Dawn leaves the map. Yeah, the baby's 2 years, 20 days old. Another 40 days, which is at 6 times speed. Yeah, they're going to be mature long before we finish this research. We need to make them a school. We need to make them a bunch of things. I think we're going to have to take Prachette off research for a while, or... well, we're going to have to prioritize construction a little bit. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll get her on construction to help out with finishing this out so we have some power. Then we're going to have to make sure that we build out this area so that we can put in a school and some place for the kid to actually get their education. We don't want the kid ending up an idiot. And I need to haul these bodies either into here, or I need to hold them over to the tree, because if we get one of those dark fog things that bring corpses back, we'll have to fight those guys. I'd forgotten about that, so let's be more careful. And once that's... actually, you're not allowed to finish that, Smirk. Not a chance. The reason Smirk's not allowed to finish that... actually, did their construction just hit 8? Never mind, their construction just hit 8. They are allowed to finish that from now on. Whew. Smirk has actually become a decent constructor, but I'm still glad we had Prachette at the start. The reason being, some of those early botches, if you botch some of the early construction projects, you just don't have the resources to recover from it. It's not possible. Alright, we should be able to finish most of this out, though I think we do need to get Pseudonym to smash up a few more rocks. Our next tech up is bioferrite shaping. I've left Prachette still on researching the abnormal stuff, because, well, that abnormal stuff is actually still going to be very useful for us. We definitely want those disruptor flares. I've killed too many people, well, invisible, to not want the ability to see invisible people. You know it ends badly if you can't see them. Having 2 people do this is so much faster. Alright, and your man's gone off the map. Pseudonym here does not seem bothered by that. Okay. Good. Temperature-wise, we want to stick a heater in here. One to start. We might need a second one. It's -7 indoors. Everyone back to work, please. And I have, of course, gone way over time because I can't stop playing. It's just the way it is. I've moved all these bodies over here and we've put a roof over them. That way, if there is that weird fog thing that comes down, or dust, or whatever falling out of the sky, we should be able to keep the bodies from rising up. Actually, I should double-check that. Worst case scenario, we can feed them to the trees over here. Where are the trees? Ah, yeah, these things. Oh, that's ready to harvest? Wait, what? Huh. Harvest as in, like someone in the comments mentioned, all you get out of these is basically corpse meat and some wood. Might be worthwhile. You know what? We'll maybe feed it a few more. Like, I wouldn't like to take all of them. I'd like to leave at least some trees behind, but they seem to grow on their own. So they're basically a tree that's a source of meat and wood. Interesting. Sorry, getting distracted. Okay, the kid's gonna be fully mature before we get a chance to... they're gonna hit 3 before we get a chance to knock out that tech. Microelectronics, we were never gonna make it in time. Even if I could have to slow down the kid's aging like a whole bunch to even have a chance. But we get this place up in the heating in here, well, to something more reasonable, and we could get our research speed up by a little bit. At the same time, I want to finish this area off here. We have to put in a school for this kid. We need to put them down a blackboard and a whole bunch of other stuff. We're also going to need a room. Once this expansion is complete, we'll be well set up to take on another recruit. We could also hold more people, but the problem I'm worried about now is we definitely need more people. We've got 3 people already. We've got that guy in storage who I should let out and send back to their people. And we have too much money on the tile due to all of this junk we've got going on. And we can't go anywhere because movement difficulty is up to 3, meaning if we try and make any caravans to go anywhere, it would take Smirk 2 days to travel there. And even if they sold all the stuff there to reduce their weight, which of course they would be selling everything, it's still 1.6 days back. So you're looking at almost a 4-day round trip. That's a lot of lost productivity. I mean, bearing in mind, we have been playing for 44 days. It's almost 10% of our entire playtime so far would be spent just on that one journey to dump wealth. And during that time, God knows what would happen to them on the road or anyone left behind. I think I have to wait until summer and the thaw before we can go trading. But on the bright side, we are getting to where we need to go. We've got a well-equipped team. We handled that last crowd pretty well, and dumb shit is literally a block. They're tiding us over. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here. I hope you enjoyed them. Good luck.